we're live on YouTube. So let's see how this goes. Instagram finally kicked me. And hopefully get some people popping in. I'm going to give it a little time. Just going to drink coffee until I see people popping in. Good morning, Maria. You made it over. I knew it was going to happen soon, but I didn't expect Instagram to kick me that quickly. So I guess I got this set up just in time because they literally gave me the go ahead like 2 days ago. So that's crazy. Good morning, Christy. So good to see you guys over here on YouTube. There might be some kind of snafus because I don't know how any of this works yet. But we're gonna do our best. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, guys, and just see who else is gonna pop in. I don't know who else was planning on coming this morning, but I want to give them a little time to hopefully see my posts. I made a story post really quickly that just said heading to YouTube, and I messaged the group, or had Christy actually message the group, and then I messaged some other groups of people too, just to let them know. So I'm giving everybody a couple minutes to get over here. Yes, I'm glad you asked me too. I was like about to hit go live and I saw your message pop up, and then I got the message that nope, can't do that anymore. So but yeah, thank you, Christy, for messaging the group. So looks like we have 3 people in here. So I don't know who else is here, but welcome. Oh, now there's 4. Welcome, welcome. So I'm giving it a little time. Just trying to see. Oh, what's that? I don't like that. Just trying to see if we can give people a minute or so to pop in here. So, and then we'll get started on our meditation. We're going to do a meditation for finding focus and inner peace in a chaotic world today. Hello, Robert. I'm good. How are you? Welcome in. I got kicked from Instagram because I don't have enough followers, so now I'm over here for my meditation lives. So it is what it is. But we'll get started here in a moment. It looks like there's at least 5 of you in here. It said 14 for a second. I was like, what? So say hello if you're in. Say hello. Let me know you're here. I don't know how to check on here to see who's actually here unless you guys comment. So we will get started in a minute, but in the meantime, if you guys want to gather up anything that you might need to make yourself the most comfortable for meditation, so blocks, blankets, pillows, bolsters, a meditation cushion, I have one of those, or if you'd like to do this from a chair, or if you would like to do it from a bed, you can do it from bed. Is there a way to wave back to people? Hi, Legends. Yeah, I think that's a little, it's interesting. It's gonna trip me up. It's a little weird. So, like I said, there'll be some technology snafus while I get used to YouTube. But we'll get used to it and then it'll be fine. So hi legends, I don't know how to wave back to you on here, but I see your wave. And where was I? Oh, if there's anything else you guys want to gather up for meditation, so that can be lighting a candle, burning incense, or if you like to diffuse an oil, an essential oil, or use an oil roller, gather a palm stone, anything that helps aid you get deeper into meditation. So we'll get started in just a moment. Thank you. So I know Christy and Maria are in here from over on Instagram. So I think we'll go ahead and get started. So if you would like to find a comfortable position for meditation, this can be against a wall, in a chair for more support, or you can choose to lie down. We're going to take some really gentle movement first, so sitting at first might be easier, but that said, you can do a lot of these movements laying down as well, so choose what feels the most nourishing to you today. So to start out, we're just going to start by rocking our hips, finding the sit bones, finding a little length in the spine. And then you can turn those into kind of circles. And you can switch the direction quite often, or you can go in a circle. Whatever movement feels good. Kind of finding those sit bones. Just make sure you switch the direction. We'll do some little side bends, really opening up the rib cage. Inhale, and then exhale, come up. Inhale, other side. Really trying to get into these little baby ribs. Really opening those up. Exhale, come up. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Just keep switching with your breath. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And then we'll do some shoulders, rolling the shoulders back and down. You can choose to switch the direction of the shoulder rolls to and roll forward. I'm just going to do back because I'm the type of person that needs to broaden and open this up. I tend to be a little collapsed. So again, choose what feels good for you and your body. Let's do a couple little cat and cows. So stretching forward, inhale, and then exhale, curling in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then let's do a couple little twists. Just really gentle on these. It doesn't matter which side you start from. I'm going to keep my gaze down, But you can also gaze behind the shoulder if that feels good to your neck. If you want to keep it really gentle, you can just look down. And come forward and move to the other side. And again, find where you want your gaze, so either down or behind the shoulder. And then come on forward, roll the neck. You have some options here, so you can roll the neck side to side. That's one option. You can go all the way around if that feels good to the back of your neck. Just make sure you switch the direction and that you do this one really slowly, mindfully. The back of the neck can be a really tender place. And then finally, if none of those feel good, you can just stay in place. Hold it there, move forward to the other side, hold, and then maybe back and up. So choose whichever neck movement feels really good to you today. And when that feels complete, and if there isn't any other movements you would like to take to get out any little kinks or pains that are in the body, sometimes just kind of shaking it out feels good. But take whatever movements you need. And whenever that feels complete, and if you haven't already, you can start to close down the eyes or find a soft gaze out in front of you. The hands can be down on the lap to feel a little more grounded, or up to receive, feel a little bit more open. For today's, I actually would recommend the closed grounding position. But that said, I always want you to listen to your body and listen to your intuition about what feels good there. So do what you feel called to do most naturally. And then I want you to connect to your breath. Focus on the breath. Bring your attention to how the breath moves in and out of your lungs and body. And right now we're not aiming to change or judge the breath. We're just a quiet observer for now. And then we'll take 3 deep inhales on 6 through the nose. And then we'll exhale very slowly out the mouth on 6. So exhale to begin, getting ready to receive the breath. And then inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top. And exhale slowly out the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Return back to the normal rhythm of your breath. Checking back in. Just feeling the ebbs and flows of your breath, just like the ocean waves. Then we'll do a little body scan, just trying to release as much unwanted lingering tension in the body as possible. So see if you can let go as much as possible for now. So we'll start at our feet. So letting the tops of the feet relax, the bottoms of the feet, all the toes, the ankles, the lower legs, the upper legs, the pelvic floor, the pelvis, the hips, the lower back, the upper back, stomach, lower abdominals, upper abdominals. See if you can let go. The chest, the shoulders, down the top of the arms, the bottom of the arms, the tops of the hands, the palms, all of the fingers, back up to the shoulders, the back of the neck, the front of the neck, the back of the head, the sides of the head, wrapping up the top of the head, the crown, down to the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, tongue, eyes. See if you can let all of that go for now. And then come back to the natural rhythm of your breath one more time. Check in with yourself. How do you feel at this moment? How does it feel being the quiet observer of your breath, your life force, your prana? And remember that anytime your mind wanders, you can always come back to the breath to ground and center you. The mind wandering during meditation is completely normal. So anytime you need to bring yourself back to the present moment, begin with the breath. So I want you to imagine kind of the busyness, the messiness of the world, or whatever problems you may have in your life, as if it's stacked up around you. And all of this chaos is cloudy and making you feel slow and sluggish, almost as if you're walking through honey or sap. And now I want you to imagine you're sweeping, you're cleaning, you're organizing all of that chaos up and putting it away in a box or file. Remembering that we, of course, cannot escape our problems or the problems of the world forever, nor should we. But we can put them away for this time to connect inwards, to get clear and focused on what we want and don't want in our lives. so that we make room for all that you wish to come in. So now imagine you are clearing out all of the clutter in your mind again for now. See it being gently swept away from you and filed away. Once you are clear, trust that the answers to the problems you are facing will be heard inside of you. Every answer you are searching for is already inside of you. And once you clear away all the fog, all will be revealed. Imagine now a cool cleansing mist washing over you. It cleanses each chakra, every cell in your body, moving down from the crown chakra to the third eye, to the throat, to the heart, to the solar plexus, sacral, and root. It refreshes and cleanses you from the inside out, and it brings you a sense of deep inner knowing about your own desires or desires for the world. Now see a warm pink light floating down from the sky and into the crown of your head, all the way down to your feet. Feel its warming, loving glow start to heal any anxieties or burdens keeping you stuck. See yourself breaking free from any chains keeping you stuck and walking into a new future where you are clear, focused, calm, and filled with inner knowing and inner peace. And as you breathe in, you see this pink light start to glow brighter and brighter, and then spread from you to the world, healing everything and everyone along its path, and bringing a deep sense of peace to all. And then feel free to repeat these affirmations aloud or silently. Even in a chaotic world, peace can be found within me. Even in a chaotic world, peace can be found within me. I stay steady and focused in times of trouble or uncertainty. I stay steady and focused in times of trouble or uncertainty. I am unwavering in my trust of myself and what is meant for me. I am unwavering in my trust of myself and what is meant for me. I am the calm. I am the magic. I am the peace. I am the calm. I am the magic. I am the peace. I am able to see light in the darkest of times. I am able to see light in the darkest of times. I shine regardless of what is going on around me. I shine regardless of what is going on around me. I am full of love and hope about my future. I am full of love and hope about my future. Inner peace and knowing is mine for the taking, and I know where to look. Inner peace and knowing is mine for the taking, and I know where to look. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. And why we say the three Shantis is for oneness and unity, for peace in the body, mind, and soul, for peace in the past, present, and future, for peace in the external, internal, and divine. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Feel free to repeat any affirmations that resonated with you, or add your own at this time. Anything that you're needing. And we'll give you a few moments in silence to do that. And then, as always, you are welcome to stay in meditation longer, or we will start grounding and making our way out of meditation slowly. So first, bringing the attention back to the breath, asking now, how do you feel? Maybe the breath feels a little slower, a little deeper. And we'll take 3 deep breaths together, inhaling on 7 through the nose, and then exhaling out the nose on 7. So exhaling to begin, getting ready to receive the breath. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top. Exhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come back to the normal rhythm of your breath one last time. Just checking in this last time with the breath. And then we'll slowly start to take some gentle movements to wake up the body. So wiggling fingers and toes, rocking the hips gently side to side. Rolling wrists and ankles, rolling the shoulders back and down. Any other really gentle movements just to bring you back to the physical space. You can keep the eyes closed or you can flutter them open for this part. Your choice. You can sweep the arms out overhead. Palms come to touch overhead. Exhaling, bringing them down to heart center. Inhaling, sweeping those arms again, sweeping up everything you took from this practice, bringing it together in between your palms, keeping it with you, bringing that down to heart center. Exhale. And last time, inhaling, sweeping everything up, palms come to touch overhead, and exhale, bring it down to heart center. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May you take all that you received from your practice today and take it with you throughout your day and throughout your week ahead. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. I love you all so dearly. And if you don't know me, my name is Katherine and I am here for you. I wear many hats. I am obviously a meditation guide, but I also guide yin and restorative yoga, and I'm a voice teacher and singer-songwriter. So welcome in if you're new here. We love to have new people. And I do have just a couple of announcements before we get into our card reading portion of the live. So obviously we're here. Will you be leaving this meditation here? I will plan to post these lives. I just don't have any idea. Since this is my first time, I think I can do that. I think I've seen other people do that on YouTube. So that's what I had been doing on Instagram. I always posted all my lives just so that people could go back and rewatch them if they liked a certain meditation. I also plan to pre-record all of these on my mic, and I'm releasing those on Thursdays. So thanks for being here, Maria. We are going to do some card pulling in a moment, but I'm just going to let people know that are still here a few things. So obviously we moved from Instagram to YouTube. Here we are. Thank you guys for making the switch over here so quickly. And for those of you like Maria that checked in with me, because obviously that happened quickly. And Instagram wasn't really telling us. I even Googled to see when they were going to make this change, and there was nothing about it. So it was a complete surprise. But thankfully we were ready for it, and we could just mosey over here. So worst case, I think we could have gone over to TikTok. It sounded like Maria had a friend that did that yesterday. So there are other ways. We'll make it happen. So I'm not too worried about it. But just bear with me on the technology side because it takes me a minute to get used to how things are different. So what's the next thing? It will be off next week. My mom is going to be in town. So my mom and stepdad, so I'll be busy with them. But I will still be posting. They're all ready to go. They're going to post on Thursday the new pre-recorded meditation. So you'll have that. I'll make sure I make a post about that on Instagram so you guys are aware and aware that it dropped. And I just wanted to give a preemptive that I will be off and gone kind of probably the last weekend in September, all the way till like maybe the 18th, 20th, something like that of October. So we'll be off about 3 weeks. I honestly thought they would do the change in August. I know. I kind of thought it would be later too, you know, or start like at a definitive point, like the beginning of a month or something, but nope. They were just like, and you're done. So, here we are. we're gonna make it work. What else did I need to tell you guys? So just wanted to give you the heads up that I'll be gone for about 3 weeks there on vacation. But I will be still posting the pre-records. So you'll still have meditations. They just won't be lives, unfortunately, for a little bit. I always miss you guys and these lives when I am gone. So I will miss that, but I will also enjoy being in Montana. So, and then yes, pre-recorded meditations available on YouTube now. And you can go back to Instagram. I don't think they're gonna delete like any of my old lives. So there are a ton of meditations over there as well that you can go back, scroll back, and look for all different themes. So anything you might be looking for is there. And then I'm slowly recording all of them over here. So that's the plan. And the pre-records are going to air every Thursday moving forward. And I'll keep doing these lives on Sundays as much as I can. So those are kind of all the announcements. And then for the cards, I have some new decks actually. Well, one new deck. So let me get this out. So we're going to use for our affirmation deck today, we're actually going to use the Crystal for Beginners deck. And I know this is backwards, but I still like to show. So Crystals for Beginners is our affirmation. And then we've got How to Be a Moonflower deck. These are short and sweet, but I love them. It is Larimar. Yeah, it is Larimar. Thank you. I love it too. And then, yeah, I agree. I think it's good for me to, you know, get forced, like changes are always for the best, Maria said, and I agree. I think it's good. It forces me out of my comfort zone. I have to learn something new, and it's okay. We're gonna make it work. Hopefully people can make their way over here, you know, pretty easily in the future once I can actually announce that this is where I am. It was so unexpected this morning that that it was just going to boot me. I kind of thought I would still have a couple more weeks, but it's okay. So we've got the Crystals for Beginners deck, the How to Be a Moonflower deck, and then the Work Your Light. So you'll get one card of each. If you would like cards, let me know. Just drop that in the chat. And I'll pull some cards for whoever would like them. I love this Larimar too. Christy would like cards. So let's see, what does Christy need today? We'll get you a moonflower. These are so new, they're like so crisp. And Maria would like cards after Christy. Perfect. Oops. I think we're not going to take that. That was a lot. That was just a fumble. All right. What does Christy need? What does Christy need? yours are coming out in threes today, Christy. That's interesting. Usually yours don't come out like that. Ooh. I guess. Oh my gosh. All of yours came out in threes. So for your crystal cards, and I'm not going to read through all of this stuff. I'll just kind of read through the maybe spiritual healing properties and the affirmations, but I will send these to your Instagram. So Maria, I'll do that for you too with the cards. I'll take pictures of them afterwards and send them to you I'll DM you with the cards so that you can read through them by yourself. I always like to kind of read through it later, kind of soak it in, think about it. So I like to give you guys that too. Okay, so Christy, you got opalite. Opalite. And I'm just going to read the spiritual healing properties. Assists in harnessing your inner powers, increases your overall confidence and self-esteem, improves connections with the spirit world, boosts psychic abilities. And the affirmation was, I have the gift of insight. I have the gift of insight. And then you got bloodstone. So brings one's true spirituality into daily life in a grounded way, allows one to live in the present, untrammeled by the past, heightens intuition and increases creativity, helps you clear out the smog of negativity. And the affirmation is, I choose to live in the only moment where there is life, the present moment. And then finally you got fuchsite. And it says, helps you stay true to yourself and your ideas, encourages the acceptance of change and transformation, works as a powerful protection for houses and properties, serves as guides on your spiritual journey. And the affirmation is, I am young at heart, yet connected to ancient wisdom. Love that. And then you've got these pretty cards. So I'm going to show you the back. So each of the backs is different on these cards. It's really cool. So this one might go along with your last affirmation. I am young at heart, yet connected to ancient wisdom. So this says, play flashlight tag. Play flashlight tag. That's funny. Do something fun and frivolous for no other reason than to just have fun. It also says release fear. I love the snake. I love snakes. How cool is that? Release fear. Embrace mystery. I love the back of this one too. So pretty. Embrace mystery. And contemplate the unknown. Contemplate the unknown. And then maybe I'll just read, well, I think it might just be you and Maria in here. So as long as you guys aren't in a hurry, maybe I'll read all of yours. So let me find the first one here. I just saw it. Okay, the first one is get grounded. So I love this card. So pretty. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. You are being called to get grounded to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and make it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pulled this card, you are likely an empath or highly sensitive person. You need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are two types of people: those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out a time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all superpowers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature, put your hands on a tree. Your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. Work your light action is do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. Yeah. Was it the new cards or the work your light that you're talking about? I like the new ones too. They're so fun. Okay, you also got a couple more, so we're gonna go ahead and read them, and then Maria will get you your reading. Awakening, 90. So awakening. Yeah, the new ones are fun though, and they're like quick and easy, you know, like, and they all have different backs on them. I don't know. I like them a lot. So awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You're starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more of who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through your life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transformation and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world, or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following work your light activation. Hold your card and say, I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. It's interesting because the meditation I wrote for you, Christy, for next time, which won't be next week, but the week after, I talk about mind, body, spirit connection and that. So that's very interesting. We'll have to chat about that later. Okay, and then finally you have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, or freeze mode. to choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside, and Ocean represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regimen, or getting energetic healing support. Ooh, maybe some Reiki. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. And then you're supposed to hold this card too and say, I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. Aren't these good? Wow, Christy, you got like a full reading there. They wanted you to know all of those things. Let's see if I missed any comments. I don't think so. Yeah, I am a snake lover too, Christy. I like them. I think that was the only one I didn't see. So, very interesting, because the meditation I kind of wrote thinking about you. Kind of that all goes with it. So that's very interesting. You can't make this stuff up, you know? You're so welcome, Christy. I'm hoping, it seems like they resonated, but I'm hoping they resonated, that it helps. And I will, of course, send them. And now I'm pulling Maria's cards. Let's see, anything else? I think it's just the two of you. Oh, there might be one more person in here. It stinks I can't like see who's here like I can on Instagram. I'm glad. I'm so glad they resonated. And Maria, I'm doing your cards now, so let's see what we get for you. Ooh, like that. And it seems like there's a third person in here, so if you would like cards, let me know. Wow, everybody's cards are coming out in threes today. Very interesting. Actually, Christy, you got 4 of the one. Oh, actually, everybody got 4 of the one. Interesting. Very interesting how that likes to come out. So, Maria, your first card is Kunzite. And this, I'm just going to read the spiritual healing properties, but there's all kinds of different information on here. So when I send them, I'll make sure I take a close-up picture so you can read it. So it says, opens the heart to energies of love, allows one to remain calm and focused, grants kindness, gentleness, and self-worth, brings you great empathy for others. Affirmation, I am deserving of unconditional love. Like that. And then serpentine. Helpful for meditation. Helps to regain memory of past lives. Can open psychic abilities. Assist in discovering spiritual harmony. And then the affirmation is, I forgive and release the past. I forgive and release the past. Ooh, I love that. And then finally, blue appetite. blue appetite. So connects to a very high level of spiritual guidance, brings ideas from the mind down to the earth realm, helps stimulate your throat. It's funny that I stumbled on this part. Helps stimulate your throat chakra. And I was like stumbling, that's so funny. Stimulates the intellect to expand our knowledge. And then the affirmation is, I am connected to my higher self. I am connected to my higher self. Ugh, my own throat decided it didn't want to work. Okay, so then these moon, what were these called? These are new, sorry. The Moonflower deck. How to be a Moonflower deck. So this one says, take a moonlight bath. Take a moonlight bath. I love them too. They're so good. Listen to the dawn chorus. Ooh, I can't wait to show you the back. Birds are my favorite. And they all have little music notes they're singing. How sweet. How sweet. Listen to the dawn chorus. Go for a night drive. Oh, the back of this is so beautiful. I want to live there. Go for a night drive. This one's fun. Build a pillow fort. Build a pillow fort. So cute. Okay, so I don't know, Maria, if you had a certain question in mind when I was pulling these, but if you did, you got a no. So it says wait, postpone, pause, say no. You're being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something that isn't in alignment with you will drain your energy and your time. Hold out for a congruent, aligned 100% yes. Often when we are looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in itself. We all go through times known as waiting periods. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. You don't need to be plowing forward all the time to move forward. A potent, congruent yes when the time is right will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now just because it seems like it's the only option. Take a breath and wait. The waiting is actually very productive, for when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in. Use this time to regenerate and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because the time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden and take a rest. To take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. For come spring, clarity will bloom, and you will have the reserves, space, and drive to say yes, and act and move quickly. Say no, postpone, or wait. So that's your first one. Very interesting that you guys had yours come out in threes. Threes and fours. Threes and fours. Let's see. Do-do-do. 64. So goes along well with what we were just talking about in the no card. I think maybe you're being called to rest, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. What a beautiful card. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. The most selfless thing you can do is fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us nourishment and nurturing so that we let me reread that. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile and overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. Do something that deeply replenishes you today. I love that card. Such a good reminder, because I think a lot of times we're all really sensitive in this group and we tend to maybe try to help everyone else. And it's good to turn that around and say, like, what do I need right now? How can I fill up my own inner wants and needs? And how can I take care of myself first? I need that reminder too. And you have one more. Last one. So, 34. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist the cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you were being called to let go of who you once were or the things that you were once defined by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now, to courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you've outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it is time to reassess and bring all the parts of yourself into alignment so that you are congruent with who you truly are. What in your life is not aligned or needs to change? So, you're getting chills. I hope that means it resonated. So, I don't know, that's a strong message there. I am the odd one in my family and friends. Tell me about it. Me too. like the crystal weirdo in my family. So I hope that resonated, Maria. Thank you for being here today. It's nice to have you in the group, and I hope that you come next time. Not next week, because I'm off next week, but the following week. So I think, guys, while my mom is visiting, I think I'm still going to do card pulls, but I'll just put them in my stories. Um, and you guys can just DM me for cards, and then as I have time, give me a day or so, but as I have time, next Sunday I'll be able to pull cards for you guys. So um, be on the lookout for that. I'll make a little post that says to reminds you to DM me if you would like some cards. It did need to continue working on myself. Don't we all? It's a never ending. It's never ending. It doesn't end. That's kind of the fun of it, though. I think it's work, but it's good work. My brother and I are also the odd ones in our family. I think that's why we're all attracted like to each other, Christy, in this group, because we probably all are the odd ones, the weirdos. So I think that's what draws us together. Those were amazing cards. Actually, you both had really amazing cards. I see that there's one other person in here, but I can't see who it is. So if anyone else that's here would like me to pull cards for them, let me know. Let me know. I'm happy to pull cards for you. Um, and I think that was all the announcements and everything I needed to make. I just want to show you guys. Look at this top card. I love moths. It's so pretty. I just want like a painting of that. This says observe what comes alive at night. And the next one's a moth too. This one says quiet the noise. They're so pretty. They're just all so pretty. It's a fun deck. And it's like quick little messages too, which I like. Sometimes it's nice to just have like quick ones. I like the angel numbers deck too for that. It's like, a short little paragraph, kind of quick and concise. I pulled some of those for myself this week, and I got a little roasted. So they were like, you gotta keep working on yourself too. So I got that too, Maria. It just doesn't ever stop. Aren't they pretty? I love those cards. I have a really good collection of cards now. Kind of gave away all the ones that I wasn't really using. And I think that's always a good thing to kind of clear out the old. So what are you guys up to today? What's going on? Anything good? I don't think I have any plans today. I need to do work today, but we'll see. We'll see if I get to that or not. I might try to get outside. It looks pretty nice out. I discovered the crown in the top. It appears to show who has visited your live, but not necessarily right now. Okay. Oh, is it like the top fans thing? Oh, okay. Cool. That is helpful, Christy. Thank you for pointing that out and for playing around with it. I'm scared to touch anything. I'm just gonna end up like screwing something up. I did think this was really funny that you can do like a green screen sort of thing. I'm like, why? Why are you confusing me? So anyway, I would love to get me a deck of those crystal cards. So not that we want to really support Amazon right now, but I did get these from Amazon. I'm sure you can get them from other places, and they weren't wildly expensive. I want to say they were less than $20, at least when I bought them. So they might have been less than that, but I really like these two. No, not at all. Yeah. Just Amazon for those. I bought them before we were boycotting Amazon. So yeah, they're a really good deck. I like it a lot. Every once in a while you find like a typo on them, which I always find really funny. Like, who edited these? But other than that, they have a lot of information. Like each one has which chakra is associated, which zodiac, which element, the numerology, the planet, and then it has physical healing properties, mental and emotional and healing properties, and spiritual healing properties, and then an affirmation. So they have all of that information. Maybe directly from the company, I'll do it. Yeah, so it's I don't know how to pronounce this, but it says an intuitive daily crystal card deck with guidebook, and then AMCISI. AMCISI. I can send you a picture of the deck when I send your other stuff, when I send your other cards today. So, relaxing, turned down lunch with my friends to just relax with the dogs. That's good, Christy. I think it's like sometimes, as much as you want to see your friends or you want to go be social, sometimes you just have to take care of you first. You know, that's all what Maria's cards were about. You know, taking care of yourself, relaxing. So I think that's beautiful. Maybe yeah. So I'll send those, Maria. I'll send a picture of the front of the deck here so you can look for them. Hopefully we can find them elsewhere. So I hope that whatever you guys are doing, I hope you have a great day. Like I said, next week we'll be off, but the following, I wrote a meditation for opening your heart, mind, and spirit to new beginnings. So that was kind of written with Christy in mind. So I'm a little sad that it's going to take me a minute to get to that, Christy, since I'll be off next week, but hopefully it'll still resonate. Yeah, absolutely, Maria. I'll send you a picture of each. If you want other recommendations, I have a lot of cards because it's a little bit of an obsession, but I'm kind of picky about which ones I like and which ones I don't too. So, like I said, I had more, and then I gave some away to a friend that was wanting to start pulling cards for herself. So I gave her all the ones that I kind of felt like were just sitting here, you know. Yeah, I just feel bad, Christy, because I'm like, she probably needs this now. But I did the other one first, so I'll see if I can find them directly from the company. Yeah, I think some of them for sure you can. This one I actually got from like a Crystal Live. So I don't know, but I mean, it looks like you can get it from chroniclebooks.com. So yeah, I love these cards. They're so fun. But this was a new deck for me. I just got those this week. You're welcome, Christy. It's really funny because your cards lined up. Like, I almost want to send you my script to read. because it kind of weirds me out how your cards lined up so perfectly with what I was doing with that meditation. I'm like, okay. That just got beamed right down into my brain. So that's so interesting. No, just your meditations help so much. I'm so glad it's helpful. That is like my only goal with this, is just to help in any way that I can, and this is something I can do. So there's a lot of things I'm not that good at, like technology, but I can certainly do a meditation and pull some cards for people to try to help. So this was really nice, making time for ourselves. Looking forward to next time. Me too. I know I'm like sad we won't meet next week, but like I said, I'll put well, you'll have the pre-recorded meditation that'll come out on Thursday. And I think that's one centered around self-love again. I think the next few are all self-love ones. And then um I'll put a post up to DM me if you would like a card pull. And for you two that are in here now, if I forget to do that, I don't think I will, but if I forget to put that up, you can just feel free to DM me on Sunday and say, hey, I would love cards. And I'll pull them for you when I get a moment. So the universe has its ways. It does. It does have its ways. It works really well if you let it, right? If you don't force things, try to force things, just let it happen. So anyway, I feel like there's a third person in here, but I can't see who it is. So if I'm going to ask one more time if that person would like cards, I'm happy to pull them. Otherwise, I think I'll get going. And I have a lot of meditations that I should record. I'm trying to get a lot of those done so they're just scheduled and ready to go. A few months out. That way, when I go on vacation in October, I'm not worrying about that stuff. It'll just already be done for me. So, great, thank you. You're welcome. And I will send you guys cards over to Instagram right after this. So, be on the lookout for that. And just, yeah, DM me if you guys have any questions. And if you think of something that you're needing, looking for with meditation, I do try to cater them to you guys. Sometimes I get a inspiration for what I think is needed, but other times it's really nice to know what you guys are needing, what you're struggling with, and what you might need the focus to be, the theme to be that week. So always feel free to DM me with that stuff so that I can work that in to the meditations for you. So anyway, I love you all so, so much. I'm going to go enjoy the day. You guys all enjoy the day. And I hope I can figure out how to post this and how I can figure out how to get out of it. Oh, okay, there's an exit out on the top. I think I can manage that. So hopefully I can post this and that way it's there for you guys for later. Have a beautiful day too. I'm so glad you feel grounded and relaxed, Christy. I hope you both have a beautiful day too. Thanks for being here and sharing your energy with me. Much, much love. Bye for now.